In this video, I'm going to show you an alternative version to saving a file from Flow to your home computer. I think this is the preferred version, but you only need to use it if you feel really comfortable with computers. It doesn't matter, you can always use the simpler version and always save it to the downloads folder. But in this case, I'm going to show you a way to save it to a specific area on your computer at home, which may be dedicated to PSYC2018, for example. So this is how I would do it. So in this case, I'm going to save the goal set data set. So in this case, I go to Flow, I go to the practical sessions module, I find practical session 2, the workbook, and I open it up, and then I find my data set, and in this case it's goalset.sav. But rather than clicking on it, I right click with my mouse to get these various options, and the one I want is save link as. So if I do that, what it does is it says, where do you want to save it? Now, usually I think by default it goes to about the last place you probably save something on your computer. In this case, it's gone to the downloads folder, which has sensation seeking, which I saved in the previous video. In this case, I want to save it somewhere better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my computer, which is the local disk. I'm going to click on this. Now it's got a whole range of things, and if you know something about computers, you just know that these are a whole lot of folders. On a Windows machine, you look for users. I can't say for sure what it would be on a Mac, but Mac users probably, hopefully, will be familiar, and it may just work quite differently. And if I double click on users, it then shows a range of things, and my computer is actually this thing called KATHE. So if I go onto here, and now what I'm looking for on a Windows machine at least is something called documents. So essentially I'm trying to find a space where I store all of the files on my computer, and on my computer they're typically stored in the documents folder. So I can go to documents, and at the moment I've got a whole lot of folders in my documents area. But what I'm going to do, and one of the things I can do, is to create a new folder. So I'm going to create a new folder. If you've actually got a folder already for PSYC 2018, you don't have to create this new folder. You just got to keep searching for it and find what you're looking for. So what I'm going to do is I've created this new folder called PSYC 2018, and this is where I'm going to save my particular folder. So the key thing is to look at this little box up the top. This is really important because it gives you the path name, in other words, all the folders and subfolders, and the exact location where the file that you're trying to save is actually stored. And so knowing what this is will help you navigate when you go to open the file in SPSS later. So this is slightly more complicated than just looking for your downloads folder, but the process in general is really similar. The nice thing about this is that you'll only have the information for PSYC 2018 in this folder. If you save it to the downloads, everything you've ever saved to the downloads, unless you regularly clear it out or you get rid of everything, is going to be in there. And so sometimes it can be a bit hard to find things. It probably won't be that problematic because you're really only focused on the data files from SPSS. However, this is a big advantage. So I think there's a big plus to doing it this way. So all I need to do is click on Save. And I can actually find out that it's there if I go to File Explorer or open up the relevant window if you're in a Mac. So if I click on File Explorer, I can go down over here. I can find documents on my computer. And if I have a look in the documents, somewhere in here I'll have a PSYC 2018 folder which I just created. Here it is, and within that is my goal set data set. So once I've done that, I've finished, and that's the end of this step.